Till now we saw what is force. Now let us see in part 2 types of force. So before that, let's see the video. Till now, at the end of the topic you saw introduction, force, types of force. Now let us see types of forces in detail. Topics to be covered. Here, what we covered the topics now till now. Force is a push or a pull which tries to change or changes the state of rest of a body. To pull, push, lift, and bend the object, we need to apply force. That is what we have learned. No objects can change its position on its own. Till now, we saw these points. If opposing force is not applied on a moving object, then it moves in the same direction with the same speed. To change the direction of the moving object, force is necessary. All these points were covered in part 1. Force is necessary to change the shape of an object. Till now, we saw till here. Now, let us see the another topic, that is muscular force. Before going to muscular force now, let us see first what is muscular force in the textbook. Muscular force in all the actions shown in the picture 10.1. The movements take place with the help of the bones and muscles in the body. The person in the picture alongside is lifting the weight by using muscular force. You can see the person who is making his body by lifting a weight. So here he applies force with the help of a weight which is holded in his hand to mold his muscles, make strong his muscles. The force applied with the help of muscles is called muscular force. So from the heading of the particular type, you come to know which type of force it is. Muscular means the force which is applied by the muscles of your hand is called as muscular force. Let's see in this particular video now. Here you can see a person who is moving an ice cream stall with the help of his hands. So here, because he is pushing it with the hands, it is called as a muscular force. Got it? So whatever work which is done with the help of muscles is called as muscular force. Force on the hand cart with the help of his hands. Because he is making use of the muscles here, you can see the muscular force, or it is called as a muscular force. Can you guess one example of muscular force which is found in your own life? Find out. The force applied with the help of muscles is called muscular force. That is the definition of the muscular force. Got it? So all the work which is done by the muscles. Now playing a cricket or playing, you can see a riding a bicycle here. The girl is holding the hands to the handle. So here the muscular force is applied. So this is the example of the muscular force. Now let's see the mechanical force. Before that, see the definition, explanation of the mechanical force here. Mechanical force. We use different machines for doing many tasks. Muscular force is used for running some machines. Some machines are run by using electricity or fuel. Machines like the latter are called automatic machines because a mechanical force is used here. For example, swing machine, electric pump, washing machine, mixer, etc. Make a list of other such machines. So, mechanical force is nothing but looking at the word, you should guess which type of force it is. The force which is applied by the machines is called as mechanical force. Here you can see a tractor which is used in the fields. So, we are making the use of machines here. When you use a mixture in your kitchen for doing all different types of grinding, you make use of machines. When you try to stitch your clothes, you make use of swing machine. That is called as a mechanical force. Understood? Let's see here. Here you can see a tractor which is used in the field. So here the mechanical force is applied by a tractor. With the help of that, you can see the fields, how the agriculture work is being carried out. Okay, see it properly. Here you can see the cars which are moving. That is a mechanical force which is applied. Yes or no? Yes. So moving car is also a mechanical force. Got it? Fuel, which is used for the car to move from one place to another. Here you can see electricity which is used. These are all mechanical forces which are used in our day to day life. See it properly, how the mechanical force is applied in our day to day life. Try to think some more now. The force applied by means of a machine is called mechanical force. So the word is already hidden in the mechanical force, that is machine. Let's see what is gravitational force. Before that, let's see the definition in the textbook. If an object is thrown upward by applying force, it reaches a certain height and comes down again. Why is this so? Have you tried this? When you try to put a ball in the air, understood? It comes down. Why it doesn't stay in the air? Why do fruits on trees fall to the ground? Have you seen any time fruit going high in the air and staying there only? No. It comes down. What is the reason? The earth pulls all the objects towards itself. So, what is the reason for coming all the objects down on the earth? Is the gravitational force which is already there in the earth, which tries to pull all the objects towards itself. Understood? So, such type of gravitational force you may not find on other planets. If you try to go on a moon, which is a satellite, you have already observed the people, those who have already visited moon. Yes, they are seen to be flying in the air. Yes or no? Because the gravitational force is less as compared to that of the earth. That's why the people, though the astronauts, those who try to visit other planets, you may see them just flying in the air, not walking on the land, because gravitational force is less to the other planets as compared to that of the Earth. So, because of the gravitational force which is present, what happens is all the objects are pulled towards the Earth. Who was the first person to find out this gravitational force? See the paragraph down. You can see the picture over there. Who is this person? Sir Isaac Newton. He has discovered gravitation in the 17th century. The Earth's gravitational force acts in a direction opposite to that of an object moving upward. Hence, the speed of that object goes on decreasing till in the end it becomes zero. Then the object starts falling down instead of going up any further. While falling, its speed goes on increasing all the time due to gravitational force. So, what happens exactly? Earth tries to act to the object in the opposite direction. Because of that, what happens? Whenever the object is thrown upward, it tries to go high, but the speed goes on becoming less and less. As you throw upward, it will go to a particular height where the speed becomes zero. Then it comes down with the great speed. That speed, while coming down, is the speed of the gravitational force which is applied to an object. Understood? So, what is the definition here? The force applied by the earth to pull objects towards itself is called gravitational force. Let's see the video now. Here you can see gravitational force. See the video. A person is throwing a ball in the upward direction and then it comes down on the ground. So, here what happens exactly? How much force is applied by the person to throw it upward? That much speed only the ball takes. It reaches to a certain height in the air, you can see that, and then it slowly comes down. But when it comes down with the high speed. Why? Because gravity tries to give it speed to come down. Understood? So when it goes upward, speed decreases. When it comes down, speed goes on increasing because of the direction of the gravitational force. See the diagram properly here. How the ball is going up. So from the point when it comes down, the speed is 0. When the ball comes down, the speed increases. Understood? So that is because of the gravitation of direction of the gravitational force which is exerted by the earth on the ball. Is it clear? Yes. Sit properly. When the ball moves up, it moves with the speed how much is applied by the ball to throw the ball upward. So what is defined now? Gravitation, the force applied by the earth to pull objects towards itself, is called gravitational force. So the force which is applied by the earth is nothing but the gravitational force. Understood, boys? Clearly, what is gravitational force? Yes. And who was the person who invented gravitational force? Is Isaac Newton. Think about it. First person is holding 20 kg weight. Second person is holding 30 kg weight. Who will have more force to apply? First one or second one? First one can go easily. Why? Because the weight is less. But the second one is taking time to move from one place to another. Why? Because the weight is more. So, what you think about this? More weight, more force. Less weight, less force. Understood? That is what is told in this particular picture. Sit clearly. So, you may be thinking such in your own life also. Some days you carry less timetable in your bag. That time you feel little lightweight. Understood? That is what greater weight, greater force, lesser weight, lesser force. Understood? Do you know spring balance? Yes, to weigh the object. You can see here the spring balance is holding an object here. Yes. So what happens exactly here now? How you can see the weight of the object? What is the reason? The direction of the gravitational force is applied to the object to pull it downward. And the tension in the spring, there is a spring inside the spring balance which tries to move upward by showing the weight. So both the direction the forces are applied. Spring is also applying the force, gravitational force is also applying from the earth. Understood? That's why what happens? Because Ft is equal to Fg, the gravitational force acting on an object is called the weight of that object. Understood? So what is the weight of that object? Weight of that object, in the next video we shall learn about magnetic force. Okay, before that, let's see in the textbook. Try this. Take a small stone and a bucket full of water. Drop the stone into the water from a height of about 20 centimeters. You will hear the sound of the stone dropping in the water. Yes or no? Now drop the same stone into the water from a height of about 100 centimeters. You will hear its sound again. What is the difference in the sound in the two actions above? What can we conclude from this? The actions of lifting a sack are shown in the picture. One sack looks empty, the another one is full. What difference do you notice in the way the two sacks are lifted? Before going to this second picture, let's see the first one. Here you can see two buckets there with the water. In the first bucket, you will see the person is throwing a ball, but the distance is less. It is the ball is being thrown by the boy to a very close distance to a bucket. So you will hear the sound of the water when the stone is dropped in the water, but the sound is less. But when you throw it from the high point, you can see the second picture there. Second point, in the second diagram, you can see the stone is being thrown from the higher level. So you will see more sound which is coming from the water, and the water is also spilling out. Why? Because force is applied more there. Yes or no? Second diagram, you will see a sack, maybe of rice or some other thing. Both of the person are holding the sacks. First one is holding a lightweight sack. Second one is holding a high weight sack. Because of that, what happens? You will see the difference in both of them. The first person can easily carry it without bending, but the second one, you will see he is trying his level best to carry that load because it is very high. So he is bending there. Understood? One sack looks empty, the other one is full. What difference do you notice in the way the two sacks are lifted? The gravitational force on the empty sack is less, that is to say, its weight is less. The gravitational force on the bigger sack is greater. In other words, the bag weighs more. Greater force must be applied to lift a greater weight. That is what is told in the diagram also. Got it? Do you know? To weigh an object, it is hung from the hook of a spring balance. Just now I showed you the video about it. The suspended object is pulled downward by the force of gravity. At the same time, the force of the tension and the spring constantly pulls the object upward. The object comes to rest when the tension in the spring and the gravitational force on the object becomes equal. When can you see the proper weight of the particular object on the spring balance? When the force of the gravitation and the force of the tension becomes equal. When they are equal, then only you can see the perfect weight on the spring balance. In this position, the scale on the spring balance shows the gravitational force acting on the object, which is the weight of the object. The gravitational force acting on an object is called the weight of that object. Find out and discuss. The gravitational force operates between the sun and the planets in the solar system. Because of this, the planets revolve around the sun. You know, there is nobody standing there and holding the planet in the hand and moving it. You know what is rotation and revolution of the planets. At the same time, gravity also operates between planets and their satellites. You can see even the satellites are moving from one place to another, that is the moon. So you can see the different phases of the moon. Na? Why? Because moon is not seen to be at one place. It is also revolving around the earth. So that is nothing but the gravity of the planets. When then why don't all the planets and satellites fall towards the sun? What is the reason? Find out. Try to find out and give me answer when we have online classes. Okay, I'll ask you the question on this. Till then, you see the video and find out the answer of this. Use your brain power. Which forces are acting upon an aeroplane taking off into the sky? You have to find out the answer of this also. I'll ask you on the online class. Okay. Now let's see the magnetic force. Magnetic force will be seen in part 3 of the lesson. Okay. Till then you will find out the answers of these two. Got it?